Masonic Lodges in Calgary. How can I join a Calgary Masonic Lodge? And how can Freemasonry benefit me? Prior to going any further, you might well be asking exactly what is a Masonic Lodge and how does it affect me? Firstly, I will cover what a Masonic Lodge is, the history of some of them, and where you may find a suitable one for yourself right here in Calgary. Secondly, I will talk about how a Masonic Lodge affects you. Masonic Lodges are simply places for Freemasons to meet, discuss business of the lodge, and carry out required rituals as specific occasions call for them. These rituals are simply and most notably the lessons to which members are exposed and learn from. They are the only real secrets in Freemasonry and can be openly learned from a novice more and more as they achieve higher levels or degrees of proficiency once admitted as a member to a lodge. The rituals consist of recitations, which are memorized passages of pieces transferred throughout the centuries from generation to generation. They are presented in beautiful performances by more senior members to newer ones, from which they extract the significance of brotherly love, relief, truth, and dozens of other qualities a man should have for the betterment of himself and the world around him. In Masonic Lodges, brand new initiate Freemasons are coached to achieve the 3 degrees of Freemasonry. There are further, more advanced degrees and titles available to a member thereafter, but these 3 degrees are the most important as they are the fundamentals of what it means to be a Freemason. As a historical introduction, I will talk about the lodges of England, Ireland, and Scotland. Although I will discuss them briefly here from a historic point of view, the value of these Masonic Grand Lodges are prevalent today as they have been in the past, and perhaps even more so. Grand Lodges are generally responsible for maintaining the consistency and uniformity of the rituals throughout the smaller lodges in their jurisdiction. Thus, newly formed lodges must obtain a warrant for their jurisdiction from a Grand Lodge. Freemasons are welcome and entitled to attend meetings and conferences at other lodges and can move freely among them worldwide. Of course, they will have to prove they are true Masons by using their handshakes and other identifying secrets to do so. These secrets are necessary because to be a Mason means you are trusted without question and are eligible to all the benefits one member pledges to another, assistance for you and your family whenever needed and asked for. A short history of Grand Lodges. Masonic Lodge in England. Understood today as the United Grand Lodge of England, this is the head office for Freemasonry in Wales and the Channel Islands, as well as England. The Grand Lodge in London was established in 1717, and many historians consider this to be the start of speculative Freemasonry, as it has become known to us today. This may be the turning point for Freemasonry, as it is generally understood this is when it became a society for all men wanting to better themselves, not just stonemasons looking for work and maybe help. For hundreds or thousands of years, stonemasons pledged this to one another, and this very important and truly magnificent part of their beliefs was carried and maintained into modern times ever since by Freemasons. Masonic Lodge in Ireland. Less than a decade later, the Grand Lodge of Ireland was established in Dublin around 1725, although the specific date is unidentified. Exactly what is intriguing about the Irish Lodge is that Ireland is predominantly Catholic, making up about 80 to 90% of the overall population. Taking into consideration the papal restriction forbidding Catholics joining the Freemasons under the threat of excommunication in as early as 1738, Freemasonry in Ireland has prospered quite well. Perhaps it should be noted here that Freemasonry has nothing against any religion, including Catholics, and heartily welcomes men of all faiths. Freemasonry is not a religion of any kind and has millions of men worldwide of all faiths proud to be members. A member's religion and how they practice it is their choice. Interestingly enough, religion is a forbidden discussion in any lodge. Masonic revelations are only about a man's service to God, his neighbors, his family, and himself. Masonic Lodge in Scotland. The Grand Lodge of Scotland is formally thought to have been established in 1736, although there are minutes of lodge conferences going back to the 16th century. Like England and Ireland, this reveals that while the Grand Masonic Lodges were developed on their specific dates, there is proof of Freemasonry existing in all these nations prior to the starting of a Grand Lodge. The Grand Lodge of Scotland presides over 57 smaller-sized lodges, 25 of which are not in Scotland. It should be noted, researchers cannot pinpoint exactly when Masonry started, but it could go back thousands of years, even before the ancient Egyptians and other archaic civilizations existed. One Masonic Lodge Calgary candidates can benefit from. How a Masonic Lodge affects you is entirely up to you. By joining a lodge, you would be getting the benefits of learning the secrets to improving yourself in all areas of your life. You would also learn how to contribute to society in a meaningful way. As I already said, you'd be engaging in society where you would be trusted entirely without question, and the members would help you and your family when needed. If you do not join a Masonic Lodge, then you may still benefit because Freemasonry, with its concordant bodies and millions of members worldwide, donate over $2 million a day, of which 70% is dispersed to public interests. Many free hospitals, learning academies, and eye-related clinics and surgical procedures, just as a few examples, exist today because of these members' donations and efforts. If you are interested in joining Freemasonry, you have many lodges right here in Calgary to which you could make an application. Remember, approval of your membership is not automatic, and the work at the lodge is not easy. But if you are accepted and strive to improve yourself, the benefits of what a Calgary Masonic Lodge and its members can offer you are impressive. Glenbow Lodge number 184, Masonic Lodge in Calgary. Naturally, I would recommend Glenbow Lodge in Southwest Calgary because it is my lodge and is, at the risk of sounding smug, the most forward-thinking and has the finest and funnest guys to be around. And, well, the rituals are stunningly beautiful to witness by these gentlemen. And it doesn't matter if you're looking for a Masonic Lodge in Southwest Calgary or joining Freemasons in Northwest Calgary. We're worth it. To get tons more information about Glenbow Lodge number 184 and Freemasonry in general, please visit the website links and videos included in the description below. Thank you for your time and interest.